It is finally time to power up our pirate paradise. What is going on? Welcome back to some more Vault Hunters on the Leftovers SMP. Today we're going to be powering up this brand new pirate base we got going on here, and I've got hopefully a fun and organized way to do it with a nice simple little plan here written out on this sign. So we are going to use these steps of the process in order to make ourselves a fully functional automated power supply that is going to power our new base, because we're going to need to power all of our thermal series equipment and all that good stuff, as well as probably some more stuff in the future. So we're going to try to make this expandable. We're going to try to make it completely automatic, completely renewable, and hopefully I have everything I need in this here chest. So we're going to start out with the mob spawner for this. Now, of course, since we're pirates, we're going to try to power this whole thing off of gold coins, which means we're going to need to get ourselves the multi-servo press and smash some gold into these gold coins. Now, we will be able to do this through the use of our nice eye spawner here, the wonderful mob spawner. We'll turn some zombified piglin. Hopefully that's the right egg. If that's not the right egg, I have piglin as well. I think zombified piglin are the right one. But we're going to turn those into a little bit of a gold farm so that we can get everything powered up here. Now we'll see how much gold that's going to produce, and we'll try to turn that into power. And I should mention here that these bad boys are going to produce, what is it? That's how much power that takes. If we click on this here, each one of these coins is going to produce 64,000 RF, or redstone flux. So we're going to use that to try to power up the base here. Now all I got to do is grab some building blocks to get ourselves a foundation for our whatchamacallit here. I don't even know what we're going to use for this yet. Let's see, what do we got? A bunch of... How about for now we just grab some of these polished deep slate blocks. Now I did forget, we are going to need to grab some of these knowledge stars, because part of this is going to require us to get this damage plate here, and specifically I want the player damage plate, because that is going to give us the ability to farm the gold from these guys without having to do the killing ourselves, which will make it completely automated. So in order to do that, we're going to need to unlock dark utilities so we can get these vector plates. So we're going to go ahead and get a couple of these knowledge stars. We can put a few of them back in my fancy chest here for a rainy day at a later point in time. But we'll get this going. Dark utilities. Unlock that bad boy. Now, if I have done my calculations appropriately, we should be able to easily craft the damage plate. Boom. Damage plate has been crafted, and turn that into a player damage plate, because we did already craft up the Echo Pog. We have the player damage plate. Now I didn't bookmark it here, but we are also going to need some regular vector plates. Now I don't know if I need to go all the way. I don't think we need the fast ones, honestly, so I'm just going to craft up a handful, or a couple handfuls, maybe just like about that many, maybe a stack of these guys, and we shouldn't need too much more than that, I don't think. So let's go ahead and grab our first little component here, and it'll be interesting to see how quickly this is going to work for us. So let's just start out. Maybe I might want to go a couple blocks off the ground for this, and I want to grab just another. Can I just cut one of these? Yes. Okay. Something like this. I just want to have like a different block to designate the very middle part of this, so that I know exactly what is going on. So let's put it there, and I'm going to dig these up. We're going to do a little bit of this together, because I think I've got most of it planned out, so hopefully this is not too difficult. Now I think I need to go... I'm going to go up 3 just to be sure. I think we only need 2 blocks below for the guys to fit in here, because our damage plate is going to go right in the middle there. Now that should, ouch, hurts quite a bit. Yes, okay, excellent. Now if we go up here, all we need to do is expand this out a little bit. Ooh, that was far too much. I think it's like 4 blocks in each direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, something like that. Should give us like a full spawning platform, I do believe. I don't know, that seems kind of small. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna die trying to build this stupid thing, but that's fine. Sacrifices a pirate must make for some booty-powered power, I guess. Powered power, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but we're powering our power with the coins, so using the booty as fuel to make power. This seems small, is it? Only 4 by 4 by 4 by 4? I feel like maybe there could be one bigger on each side. Something like this. Because we're going to want to put a wall around the outside of this too. Or I'll probably turn this into some kind of like cage, I think. Is what I was thinking. We could put up like some of those nice little grates or panels. What are they called? Metal panels? I don't know. We'll find out here in a little bit. But we're building and we're talking and we're doing stuff together. Okay, so if I do that, and then my idea here is if we grab some of this, where did they go? Wrong chest. This here, and then I forgot that I'm gonna need a whatchamacallit, a rail. So we'll go and grab a rail. Do I not have any freaking rails? What the heck? Okay, weird. We'll just grab one of those quickly, and that should be, I have like 0 blocks left. Let's grab just a couple more of those. Polished, was that what I was using? Cut? Polished? Polished? Polished cut. Oh, okay. Fancy. Can we polish, what the? Polished? Weird. Okay. We're not gonna use that, I guess. Let's use polished cut. This stuff. I'm gonna take a nap. And then we're gonna go down under the middle part here. So looks like that is the middle one. So we're gonna need a block there not temporarily. We're gonna need a barrel here. And then we're gonna need a hopper running into the barrel with a rail on top, block, and hopper minecart with a block. So everything should funnel down into there once we have this part all figured out. And then we can just take and put all of these little guys. So that should squirt us into the middle there. And if I put something on top of there, boom, that should go down into the barrel. Excellent. Okay. So far, conceptually, things seem to be working all right. I'm going to get some more of these placed in, and then we'll move on to the next step. All the vector plates in nice and easy. Now let's go ahead and make sure this is actually going to do close to what I think it's going to do. If we put in this egg here, and I don't know how well this is going to work without walls and all that, but, ow, that hurt a lot. If I squirt this in here, zombie peglin, 1 charge, and I flip this to on. Ooh, yeah, that's going to be super annoying, but we're going to have to do something. Ah, that's loud. Excuse me, sir? How did you just walk off the platform against the... Okay, that's weird. I don't know how the babies did that. So all the stuff should end up in here, which is great. We got a lot of crap. We'll have to sort out some of the garbage, which will be fairly easy to do. But the thing that is going to be important here is that we're going to be getting these items. Now, from there, I should be able to input those items into a, what is it called? Multi-servo press. However, we are going to have to make sure we manage the experience that comes off of this. And I'm not entirely sure what the best way to absorb XP is if we're not around. I should also maybe try... I don't know if just a regular damage plate would work to get gold. Player damage plate, flame plate, slowness plate, fatigue plate. I didn't realize there were so many different types of plates. Can I make another one of these? I don't know if I have the chromatic steel. Oh, I should be able to. Let's try to make another one of these. Because I don't know if this will drop the... I don't know if it'll drop gold if I use the regular damage plate, but I'm willing to spend a couple of these to try it because I don't think this will drop XP if we just use the regular damage plate, and that would be an important thing to know. But I'm thinking that these guys might only drop rotten flesh if I do it this way, but let's try that once. Ow, 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 still hurts. Holy. How are the babies not affected by that? Oh, it does look like they are still dropping gold. If we can do that without dropping the XP in this case, we might not get ingots though. Which might not be a problem because we can turn these into those with nuggets. They just might be slower. But if you have any ideas on how to manage the experience... Hold on a second. Oh, I definitely missed. Oh. Yeah, if you have any ideas on how to manage the experience from the player damage trap in some automatic way where I don't have to be around, that would be greatly appreciated. Let me know in the comments down below. Would love to hear your suggestions for how to collect that and dispose of it, essentially, or even store it. I don't know if it's possible to store it, but so now we have some nuggets and some rotten flesh in there for testing purposes. We'll hold on to this other plate for a little bit later on, but the idea now would be to take some of these item pipes. Do I actually have the trash cans unlocked? No, but I can easily do that. And I think what we're going to do here is probably give ourselves a nice easy way to maybe should I save the flesh? What can we use rotten flesh for? Let's ask ourselves that question first. Because there is a possibility in some world, somewhere, I might want to do something with that. I can compost it. I can trade with villagers for emeralds. Ooh, actually, that's an interesting concept. I can turn it into nutritional paste. I can turn it into leather. That's kind of cool. I can turn it into what kind of generator and iron furnaces? Okay, I can make more power out of it. Interesting. Maybe we'll do something like that, or we could poke it with create. Okay, so maybe what we'll do with that instead is give ourselves a drawer and a void upgrade, and that way we can store a certain amount of that. So let's go ahead and get our little doohickey down in the area below here. I think we have some keys. So I want to lock that. We'll just quantify it for funsies. And I want to plop in some of this. And we'll take that back upstairs. I think ouch, painful. Is it nighttime? Can I sleep? Or is it just stormy? Nope, we cannot sleep. All right, so the concept here would be to take stuff out of this barrel. We would put the rotten flesh into there. And I will reconfigure some of this in a later point in time to make it more user convenient here. But then this bad boy will go right here. And obviously we're going to have to get some power to that. And I do think this can... Which one's the back? I'm pretty sure this can accept the pipe, right? Yeah, okay. We just have to configure it correctly. So that can accept basically... I think all of this rotten flesh should go into there automatically. And then, okay, now it's time to sleep. And then the nuggets should just go into the press. So this should start to pull, if we go like this, that should start pulling rotten flesh into there. And this should pull the golden nuggets into here. Now this is going to be a little bit slow, but it'll be working as that keeps up. So once all that's gone into there, this goes into here. Excellent. Okay. So for now, I'm going to kickstart this with a lapidary dynamo. Get that seed out of my face. We're going to throw some of that in there. But eventually I will backfeed the servo off of the bulk storage in the future is the plan. So that goes in there, and then all we need is one of these bad boys. We should be able to start smashing those into coins. Excellent. And then let's just grab one of these for starters, and maybe this little guy here, just to show you all the concept stuff. And then I will eventually reorganize this to be more parity in the future. So this would be our power output, and to here. Which side is that? Not that one, but this one. Okay, that is going to be our power input, auto input, and this is going to power out of there. And then from here, we got 14 coins. We should be able to go this way. That will automatically go into there. And then from here, it is the opposite side. So the front, is that the front? No, it's top. These things are confusing to figure out which direction is which. Is that, nope, not the front. I think this might be the front. What the hell is the front? Is it that one? Is it that one? Can I not go out of the front? Okay, fine. I'll go out of the top. I guess I can't configure out of the front. I'll go like that. Auto export. Boom. That should go into here. Coins into there. Makes power. Power goes into here. And then we could loop this back to feed that. So we can eventually loop this power supply. So the idea here would be that we can run many of these coins into this device here. This device is going to go and power. This thing holds up to 1 million RF. So we can have multiple of these servos all pumping power directly into that other deal. And I think I can do each one of these. I can put one of each of these into this device. If we open this up, we can augment these. So this resonant integral component will basically 4 times the output of this thing. So you can see here, normally these only produce 100 or 40 RF per tick, but right now we can make it produce 160 RF per tick, so that this is going up way quicker. And then we can also use this guy here to increase that rate again, so 320 RF per tick, but now it's only got 90% efficiency, so it's not always going to be outputting the maximum amount. We can put this one in here, so it increases that fuel efficiency back up. So we go up to 99% efficiency, and then we can put this one in here so that if this ever isn't it doesn't lose the power after the coil has been saturated. So we're going to produce basically 250 something RF per tick and get a whole bunch of power out of each of these. So this thing's going to go skyrocketing through the roof, and we can add multiple of these. So depending on how many coins we can produce, we can continue to run this thing for quite a while. Hopefully we'll have to see how many coins this thing can make. I don't necessarily want the eye spawner to have to run all the time. Maybe we can figure out a way to I don't know if you can like pull any logic off of this to figure out like how full or empty this redstone control. Yeah, I don't know if we can like get a signal off of this to figure out how full it is. But we can see when we need to produce some more coins in order to power this whole thing. So I'm going to play around a little bit with the configuration of this, but that is the concept for how we're going to power our pirate cove here, because we can make some gold coins out of these piglin and use that to create lots and lots of power. So even though this thing is running at 80% efficiency at the moment, we've already produced like almost 1 million RF. So this is already almost completely filled up our singular cell here, and we can make multiple of these cells. We can have a big power bank. That way we can run a whole bunch of stuff at a time. But right now, not too bad, generating a pretty decent supply of power right off the bat. Da 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 da! We have the power pirate cube of generation or something. I don't know. It's got a pretty cool looking design to it. Let me know if you got a name for this thing down in the comments below. This is going to be our power station for the entire base here, and it is going to be expandable with more generators or more dynamos and stuff in the future. So we can go ahead and tear down this little setup here. This is where all of our supplies were, and now we have this fully functioning power cube of awesomeness. So we are fully operational now. Let me go ahead and show you a little bit down below here, because I don't think I've shown all this stuff yet. So as you remember from above, we're getting the gold that is being produced, pumped down into that barrel down below there. That gets pulled out, and the rotten flesh goes into there. And we have a void upgrade on there, so we get rid of the extra. And then from there, the gold nuggets go into our multi-servo press here, get turned into gold coins, and those through the yellow pipes go into these dynamos. And this is where we have room for expansion. We can add more dynamos to the system basically until we run out of room for dynamos. And then we could always expand that into the future as well. But you can see each one of these has a few coins in here. I did go ahead inside of these pipe ends and add some improved pipe upgrades so that we can choose the round robin distribution. And that makes it so that these get evenly distributed, the coins do, into each one of the dynamos, making sure we get optimal power flow out of each. So I think each one of these can do 320 RF per tick right now, with a little bit of loss in efficiency. So we'll get like 200 something out of each one of those. So we can add a bunch more to that. And as you can see on this side, we have a power bank so far of 3 million RF. I think each one of these can hold 1 million RF. And then we actually have a fourth 1 million on this side. So this one's a little bit special because this one also is backfeeding into the multi-servo press there. So we're making sure that if it needs to draw power off of the storage, we can pull it off of this one and it'll pull back into there. So eventually we'll tap into this power cell here. And these are all feeding into each other so that we are able to pull energy off of these cubes here. So we'll tie in some power and run those to all of our equipment in the future. And then if we do manage to suck through all 4 million power, we have this device over here. So we can actually put a comparator on these things, which is pretty freaking sweet, if you ask me. And I have that hooked up to here. So this signal strength reduces the less power that's inside of this cube. So I think if this gets down to like 400,000, something like that right now, this signal strength gets weaker than this 7 right now. And that will trigger this chain over here. So that's inverted with a torch behind there, and that will turn the system on above here. I went ahead and yoinked one of these little pulse extenders from Code's base. So thanks, Code, for allowing me to, well, he didn't allow me. I just took it, and we're going to use it over here. So the pulse extender makes sure that this turns on for 30 seconds because I wanted to make sure that this would produce enough gold coins to be able to fill that entire 1 million FE backup or RF down there. And we might need to extend this if we want to extend this longer, so that basically once we run out of power down to like 40% of our last cell down there, it'll recharge the system by turning this on. So it's not running all the time, because otherwise this spawner would go completely out of control. So right now I just have it so that it runs for 30 seconds whenever the system gets low down there, and we'll have to adjust that depending on how much power we end up using. But right now, since we're not using any power and we have 4 million RF just hanging out here, we don't really need it to run for very long, because we've already got a backlog of coins in here that are just going to be hanging out ready to produce some power. So if we need to make it run longer, we can make it run longer in the future. So we'll show more of that once we get some more machines up and running and actually consuming some power, because right now I don't have anything to do with it, and all I can do is keep making more storage for it. So that is it. That is our fully operational gold coin production of power. I thought the gold coins were going to be a really cool way to make power here on my little pirate island, because I do want to turn this whole area into a little bit of kind of a drunken pirate city, if I didn't already mention that. So we're going to have some more of our machines. We got to make sure that we can still automate some of the stuff. I haven't done a lot of farming yet, and there's, I'm sure, a lot more things. So we got like all kinds of these thermal machines now, so we can use the magma crucibles. We can make lava with that if we need to. We can use the fluid deals. I think we were making some of the rubber stuff earlier. Pulverizers for like crushing down ores and stuff, duplicating ores, or not duplicating, but we get two ores out of different resources with that. We can do a bunch of stuff with the multi-servo press, the sawmills, all kinds of goodies with that we can use now that we have a decent power supply. I will actually also reconnect that power supply to hopefully actually run our refined storage system, which, let's actually go check out back over in the spawn area. We'll go back to the main island here, because this is still where my power supply is running our storage system, which we definitely need to fix, because this is our storage system here. We are actually using 113 FE in order to power our storage system. So we're easily making enough power for that to supply this power supply that we have with all of our wireless transmitters and stuff like that. And this will allow us to do that. So we can actually get rid of this very simple and handy power source that Fuzzy has provided to us, and we can actually move this our refined storage controller over to the new island. Assuming I have this all set up correctly, I should be able to just go ahead and pop my controller in here. Right there. Should be getting power from the back. Looks good. 33 FE, importer, external storage, wireless transmitter. Only 33. Why is it only 33 now? Oh, I guess maybe some of the other importers and exporters are not working. Okay, so I don't know if the thing back at spawn is necessarily set up correctly, but let's make sure that my storage actually activates over here. Okay, yeah, that looks good. I completely ran out of layer monitor. I was gonna try to make some elevator blocks to get in and out of this place, and it is completely empty. Okay, I'm kind of curious to see if this will still work from back at spawn, or if we've completely disconnected from that end of the deal here. Which, if it doesn't work, it's not really a big deal. Yeah, so that is disconnected from the power supply here because this is linked to that. I don't know how this would link back together. Okay, so all this, we have an extra storage cell actually, which is kind of sweet. Didn't even remember that we had that there, but we can take all this out. We can take this out. We can take this out and give that stuff back to Fuzzy. We can take all these power cables out now. Don't need those anymore. Not really sure what we would need to do to tie this back together, I guess. Since this is a transmitter, we maybe would have to swap the transmitter and the receiver, I would imagine. So that this transmitter was on the side that's on the power supply side, which would probably make the most sense. I think, but all that would need to do pretty simple. We'll take this thermalpedia. But yeah, we'll probably swap that over just so we can access our storage from spawn here if we ever need to. And now we'll have to redo our furnaces and all that. But that's the part where I want to use some of the thermal machines, some more automation and that kind of stuff anyway. So some more stuff still needs to get transferred over, which means we got a lot more projects coming up in the future for the old pirate island. Well, beach, pirate, whatever. Booty Shores, that's what it's called. So hopefully you'll join me again soon if you want to hang out on Booty Shores and do some more automation and cool stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.